stream up. Cool. We're good to go. Alrighty. So today sucked. I know a couple things moved. Hit some price targets for you folks. Apple was pretty exciting at the bell. Obviously hit our stop loss. I thankfully got out with barely anything, barely any loss on those. So that's what abiding by your stop loss will do. But with that, looking at the closes, and we'll after this look at the end of day, or excuse me, tomorrow morning, which we do have data. And that's something you should keep in mind as we go through this. I could just tell you right now, we have I believe Flash Services PMI. I'll double check. Yeah, so Flash Services PMI is coming in tomorrow. That's at 9:45, so shortly after the bell. We're not swinging into, but looking at SPY, obviously sitting up here at the top. Better move than the Qs, I'll say that for sure. And so basically we are just needing a gap up above this to start moving up into the 610 mark, and that's where, don't ask me because I don't know, right? Obviously we have channel and stuff like that, up at the 620 mark. But that's where we're at. We did pull back kind of like we talked about yesterday. We bounced off that open and then punched back through that lower time frame box at 607.25. So going into tomorrow, like to see a gap up above that wall. Qs, really hesitating and made me a little nervous here. But thankfully, we are still holding our floor. That likely means that 533 could be the top going into tomorrow, and we might be looking at the start of one of these small areas of consolidation. The chart says so, at least for right now. There's a floor that we talked about this morning. That definitely got hit right here. Right, and that's 531.50. Now, I'm not really looking at this like a box, but due to the fact that it's holding those price marks, it's 532.50, which I would look at on a recovery. Typically, if this was to be a lower high, which today's pre-market gap down box will be the trigger for that, right? You've got a gap fill here to the downside. So if there's some sort of channel forming, which I think if it was, it would likely come up and be looking something like that. But regardless, not really a great setup as far as a swing trade comparatively to, SPY. So IWM stayed in range once again. This time, lower time frame, lower or empty space was filled up, right? Punch back, we gapped down, hit the floor. This is actually, probably a pretty damn good day trade. And then yesterday, to a damn T. I didn't look at this, or maybe it was this morning, but 229.31 was the bottom of that box. We definitely hit it. Punching through that 229.75 tomorrow, and we could see IWM moving up, and I have two targets. So might not be terrible. It's not really super alluring, but 230.70 and 231.50, and that is our ETFs at the close. All right. Oh, yeah, I guess I should probably do that, right? Content. Now we're going to go ahead and break right into this. So if you guys have requests, you guys can go ahead and drop that. And as of right now, I haven't really done a big scan, and that's what we're doing here at the end of the day. I'm not seeing anything. And with the, obviously SPY has the potential to go into highs. If someone would like to drop the earnings calendar, we can take a look at the earnings for today. Jorge, your mic's open. Are you okay? But yeah, if you guys have anything you want me to take a look at, drop that in the channel now. I will ask if the analysis or if that price has not moved, right? You're still in the same box. My answer is likely going to be the same. So just keep that in mind. All right. First one, let's see here. Where the hell are we at? Oh, nice job, Taryn. I didn't see that from this morning. All right. Target up. Not bad. You're closing at cost basis. You left a little bit of empty space there to the downside. So not a terrible setup. You got a lot of wicks up above you. Now I did see this lower high deal here as well. That could be a part of something bigger. So if I was to give you a target, it would be that 138 and 140 target. Now this is the hourly, 24 hour, pretty big, right? This is a big deal. But what I can say about this is it's above that red candle's open for sure, right? That you would start likely trying to move up. And with all of this short pressure and the dump on earnings and all that good stuff, listen, we might be looking at a trade. So that, I mean, it doesn't look bad. I don't know if I'm going to enter now. Yeah, I don't think I will. But do what you have planned. I'm not what I do doesn't matter. Well, maybe it does not matter a little bit, but you know what looks good to me doesn't always mean that it isn't a play. So anyway, yeah, you good bounces. You just need that punch back on a lower time frame, move through this 24-hour box, and if that happens, then everybody could be watching this. This could be a 144 or 145 target, and then try to get that floor 147. All right. Earnings play. Zebo not been here yesterday or the day before that or the day before that. I'm just kidding. But I don't really. The only targets that I have are 37, right, and 36 to the downside. And then to the upside, it's 41.88. So if you're looking at a punchback over that or that box, then sure. But that's about it. TXN earnings. Oh my god. I mean, I could think of worse setups. I mean, I've seen this thing do crazy things on earnings. I've also seen it not do shit. I would say an earnings target's going to be 215 right here. Um, and maybe a punchback. I mean, this is where we might have to go and pull one of these numbers. Not a super big fan of that, but you know, maybe weekly punchback could trigger. That's about it, right? And then you'd have that 220 high. CLSK 24-hour. So that's established a range between the floor that it needs to reclaim and the cost basis that it needs to break back above, and that's on the 24-hour, right? Let's see. That's pretty interesting, right? Multiple candles being held down. Lower time frame looks like you rejected cost basis. 2-hour, same. Now you have a box below you here. So if you are looking to the upside to go and break this 1240, which is the trigger to the upside, it is $12 that needs to be broken, and that was established for sure today. That being said, right, you pulled yourself up out of that box, so you know, looking on a lower time frame, yeah, even hourly close above 1175 could set this up to go. But you're in between two triggers, and in a really important part of this chart. So I mean, not to say that it doesn't have the weekly, well, or 24-hour, I would say. That's a lot of volume sitting up above you. So I don't know, with that pullback underneath the wall, I could think of both. I could think both ways on this one. So pineapple upside down on that one. Dow CEO purchase shares. It's waiting on a 24-hour punchback. It tried to tap the floor at 41.85. Good bounce today. Nice curl back up. So that's what you're looking for, John. Is you need that floor to be reclaimed, and then on the 24-hour, it's a clean box here. So I'd stick with 42.50 as the target to the upside. So. Hi, I am new. Do you think I consider buying the Discord? I could learn it up just looking at your educational playlist. I prefer that people, yeah, you could for sure. I prefer people do the YouTube first. Um, if you want it all consolidated in one packet, um, 3 times in a row, that's the workshop. Or yeah, any of the other things besides quarterly, which I don't think we have. All right, so you know what? I don't hate that, John. I don't hate that at all. I mean, that's pretty big. Weekly. That empty space looks like it wants to get filled, right? So that's a good start. 4 hour. How do we get there? 946, punchback 972, and that should start getting you running. Pun intended. And you still fighting with cost basis. You built a box around it today, right? And again, this isn't something that happens always, but when something's kind of lackluster in volume, you can see it kind of build up against it, right? 4 hours still up against it. Same thing. So if you're trying to take this on a lower time frame and feel good about that break right there, right? And that would be over 12:15 and 12:20. Ooh, I could take a nap right now. Well, I'm going to pick one ticker at a time. So highlight the one that you want done the most. Knee Energy. I don't like the 24-hour, but this seems to be curling, lacking in any sort of recovery of the floor, which is the green candle to your left. That's 69.50. And then I don't really see, I guess that's a gap up. I could still see this getting hit because of this rejection today. I could see this move down to 67.50 first. 60. Tesla creeping, dude. And I'll tell you what this thing is doing. It's lowering the price of your contracts. Now, I will say today, you are closing below that floor, right? When you move down to a lower time frame, it changes a little, but it's the floor. So again, I'm going to take a play when something can't closes outside of, right? I mean, I see the pressure overhead that could be used to go to the upside, but I don't think it's a terrible idea if you do take that chance. Depending on the contracts. Um, I see empty space. I see a lot of it. I see a target of 398.67 and 395. And Slight recovery of the floor. Cost basis. So yeah, you're looking at a 188.45. Now this is kind of interesting because on the 4 hour, two separate boxes stacked on top of one another. So over 191, I'd feel better about this moving up to 195 and maybe up into the little pocket of empty space right here, which would be 199. Man, what the fuck is that? Oh. Um, I mean, for one, yeah, you are trying to grab that floor. Two, this is the first green candle close outside of that, but you are still up against resistance. So that's just something to consider. Um, as far as what's remaining above you, you have 245.30 and then cost basis itself at 248.75. Um, so, and you're looking at this up. The only thing that I don't like about it, and I mean, I feel like I'm forcing that. See, this right here is my box, right? I don't really have much else until I move here. So the empty space is like 248.50, like I said, and 252. So, something like that too. I imagine the contracts have gotten a little pricey, but Apple, try it again. Yeah, that's not happening for me. Not with that candle. Nope. If anything, that was a rejection off the top. I think you could stay in range. Maybe even get another candle in here. So maybe a lower time frame. But when I look at this, man, this thing, the play's done. Play's done for me. But again, you can trade it how you like. There is a potential to bounce at 222 here, but that's also the trigger to the downside. So you'd have to completely reverse, basically use your 15-minute time frame and start using these little bits of structure here. 223.77. MU 108 to 109. What? Hold on. 108.
For 110, I think I see on my end.
Sure, but you're so far away from that trigger and rejecting the floor. I would be, I mean, when it's that easy, why not just wait? Or I mean, maybe you are, but above 106, right? Double wicks off of 106.15, go for it. But with this, I mean, shit, you're heading down. I just had this conversation with somebody, I think it was AB, right? When you fall underneath an area where sellers control the price, that's technically bearish, right? Now, where it goes from there, okay, that triggers this, and then you could be looking all the way down, right? Getting rid of this channel, which is purely speculative. But if you want MU back up, just use the wall. That's easy. That's an easy setup right there. Whether you're playing it down or up, that's an easy setup. That's like a mini Schwab. Yeah, I guess you got a good candle close up against the wall, good bounce. I can see toast going. Does that have earnings is a little far away? I mean, yeah, that doesn't look bad at all. 4 hour. Damn, am I about to get my bread burnt or toasted? You like that? Okay. No round of applause needed. Maybe a little bit.
Clap, clap, clap.
Thank you so much. What are those 42 contracts looking like? Anybody else's brokerage being slow as fuck?
Yeah, my trade station, every time I unloaded earlier, it would freeze. I had to keep like closing it all the way out and going back in. It was being a real bitch.
Hearing feedback on you. I don't know. I need a sound engineer. Think we can get that tomorrow?
What's good?
Yo, oh man, I feel a little. I ate too many of those Anthony Bourdain sandwiches. I made a mortadella sandwiches, dude. It was so good. But I feel so bad.
I'm late to the party. Did you already look at Google?
Nope. Not yet.
Okay, I'll wait.
Trying to look at contracts on toast. That's tempting. 40 50s. Oh, why is it spread like that though? Oh, that's better.
Yeah, 42s are 25 cents for next week.
Next week.
Yeah.
42s. I'm just playing the pocket. I'm gonna shoot 40 50s. Yeah, I'm swinging tomorrow. You guys swing with next week's if you'd like. I'm swinging tomorrow's. That's too small just for me. That's too small for me to go out next week. I mean, also, obviously, tomorrow's Friday. So I get why, but I'm going to keep it low risk, high reward. I want one green candle straight up. All right. Shout out to Toast. Ooh. Getting close, real close. You just need a punch over 180, right? Close the gap, and then I mean you're looking at a trigger, to potentially move all the way up to 192, and beyond, which would likely be around the 198 mark. Which there's 2 wicks there, but if you move down, there is empty space underneath you. So whatever you're grabbing a hold of, you need to hold, right?
I'm not telling you what I'm grabbing right now.
Please don't. We're on YouTube, I think, yeah, I mean, that gap fill seems inevitable. So, yes, I am swinging toasts. Yes. It's low risk, high reward, little pocket of space. Fuck it. What do you want to do to this thing? Downside. You're close. You're very close. You bounced off of the trigger today. Now you left empty space up above you, right? And you can see where so you know where you go up. You go up above 90.05 and you test 91.80, right? And the fact that it's giving you a bounce gives you a little bit of grace, right? It lets you take that later. Now, right now, as I move down in the lower time frame, I see a channel and I see that potential to go back up first. So just keep that in mind. I don't like when you bounce like that because it's hard to break down from those. No, toast is speculative, right? If the candle was closing outside of the box, then I would happily go harder. But it is a low risk. The contracts are cheap. The target based contracts are cheap. That allows me to compound those contracts, and if it works out tomorrow, well, cool. If it doesn't, I'll tap out and yeah, chalk it up to the game. Snap. Yeah, so tomorrow we're gonna look into swinging, and if you're gonna swing stuff, right, you could even start looking at those next week's IV pushes. But for earnings on Snapchat, I mean, it looks like it wants to trigger this thing down, which I have a target all the way back down at 9.55. Obviously, $10 is directly underneath you. When you look at it on the weekly, however, makes you wonder. But yeah, I looking at it right now with the close up against that floor, there and there. Already up 110% on toast. What? Is it? Hmm. Wow, yeah, I'm not up that much, but all right, snap. Dash. You see an upside. Well, I hope you do. I hope so. 24-hour, where are you? Weekly, where are you? So the weekly says there's a floor here at 194.57. Right? It looks like you're trying to head that way. 24-hour, right? Looks like this small hiccup is what's stopping you now. So a 185.30 24-hour candle close, which you're awful close, I would be looking there. And if that floor can be reclaimed, I mean, I think when you zoom out on this thing, it's starting to give you the vibes that it's going to head all the way back up. It's getting close. I think of this floor though. That's the most important floor for us. 193, 192.80. So, all right, it is 3:36. Good time. GM. Here's another screenshot. Ooh. Hmm. No box, just a wall.
I see an upside and a downside on this one.
Huh?
I see if it breaks through that wall there, it's going to be a nice upside, and also if it fails on earnings, it could be a nice play either way.
Yeah. I see a floor that 57 or 54.75. That's in need of contact. And I mean, this candle right here is definitely not a bad close. And I mean, I do see this empty space all the way up to like 58.84, but I reckon you probably hit 58 first. Or even the imbalance, which, yeah, let's see, 4-hour. Yeah, so I mean, I see 58, but the imbalance would be right around 57.75. But
Okay.
yeah,
I got 55s for February, so I'm good
okay,
now already. But
cool.
I just don't want to get ripped on earnings. I haven't made it free yet. So I was thinking like 49 or 50s
Mm-hmm.
for a downside hedge.
It looks okay. Yeah,
That floor.
it's not a perfect setup, but it's not the worst for sure. It looks like it has potential, especially being in that much tension going into earnings. That's always a plus.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Microsoft is punched back. It's got one last structure to try to go through before, maybe we're heading up here. God, I really don't like that. Oh, all right, so I mean, I would play this on the 4. Cost basis is 451, 450.80. And if that punches back, I have a 460 target for you. Today, that's not a promise to go back up, but you did bounce and hold off of what you needed to, which is right under here. All right. Microsoft or HD 24. Okay, looks like you're forming a little range here. Not bad. Empty space up above you in that range. Hmm. Okay, so I mean, as far as candle closes, and we can get rid of all of this and kind of break it down here. You're struggling a little bit. Let's see if there's a downtrend here too. I would say obviously this is leaning more towards going and filling up that empty space. It's lacking volume, so hopefully overnight is where you get that move. But yeah, I mean in the most recent price action, that's your next target. Not a big fan of that channel. That's it. Yeah, that's better. So I see that empty space getting filled up. Same thing. The only difference here is there's a floor. Let me try to close on the hourly. Bouncing. Oh, did we do this? Yeah, I already did this one. Yeah, so it needs to go and recover this $69 floor. And then it can go up and fill that empty space. I would watch the imbalance at 69,691.
That makes me feel so confident. Potter spent 2 seconds on NEE.
I did it twice.
Oh, did you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I do feel special.
Yep.
Carry on.
All right, so cost basis is being wicked multiple times, right? And I'm not impressed by how it's responding to it. You're pulling back here now as we speak, right? 15-minute, and that's a potential for a lower high. I wouldn't be surprised if you turn red before the end of the day and lose that floor. But ultimately, it is that today's high where you're looking to take this and it's not really a box though. 125.41, but you are rejecting that now. Oh my God, where's my kiss at? What's up, Ian? Guys, I grabbed toast, which yeah, I grabbed toast. Um and that's really it. I don't see much else. SPY looks okay. Nice little channel there.
Would you grab the 42s on toast?
No, 40/50s. You need a candle close outside of 1740. Yeah. 1740, and then you need to see this punch outside of 1824. This is dealing with a higher time frame box as well, so by breaking that, I think that'll get you up toward past 19. And I know there's a lot of empty space up there, so volume, need it. Hmm. Looks like 515 on the channel, but like I tell everybody every time, and listen, Dave, I'm adamantly against taking things to the downside while they're just ripping up. And I get you can catch retest or like Netflix, and that's awesome. But for me, I try not to go against the grain. You know, it's a big weekly candle here, big 24-hour candle, and it's in all-time highs. So it's not like I have anything to reject off of. So I'm literally going to look at what's underneath me. And if we start breaking down underneath that, right, how do I keep going down? And that would be a punch down below 462, and that could get you what you want, what you're looking for. But this thing is slapped down in the middle of a breakout. You know, you could try to use this top as a stop loss if it breaks down underneath that, but yeah, not my. I try not to go against the grain, man. Not bad. Chipotle, good bounce off of that floor again. I don't like how fast you're ripping, but who cares? So that's my top, and that's what we tapped today. That's 57.61. If that was broken, you would hit 58.33, and that would be the top of the whole area of consolidation that we can see on the 24, and that would likely take you up to 60. So either A, you stay in the box, or B, we move up into that $60 mark. Where's the fucking, hold on, where's my, okay. I see 149.31, but that's obviously outside of that 147.25. I don't love it. No. Yeah, I'm not a I think it could, but it also has really bad price action, which just kind of tells me there's that potential for a little bit of range. But I guess if it's speculative and cheap, that try to get that empty space up there and catch this for a punch. Hmm. Bounce off the floor. I call that a fight with cost basis. Yeah, can see that fight. And then look at the box sitting on the floor. Bounce right off a cost basis. You're curling back up. And now as you move down, you start to see structure. So it would be above 3781. Same one. And that's where you could start keep moving forward. Where I would be looking at 3884. Yeah. Wow. That's cool. Nice punch down. I see 102 target and then 101.20. Yeah. 102.30, 99.75. Yeah, I did this one. It just needs to break over the candle high right here at 178.67. And then it's got the gap fill. But one thing about BA is you got to catch it the right time. So if it loses this 177.50, you got too much empty space under you to afford that. So I can see that going down, man. You're closing underneath. You rejected the top. You're closing, yeah, like under 23 again. Doesn't have a ton of empty space, but I'd be looking at 22.65 underneath you. And, again, that could start it. There is a uptrend here. So I would be at least looking at the uptrend to the downside if you do break. What the fuck? There's a channel here. I mean, I think where you're at is ultimately what gets you here. And it's not like you're trying to push it right now. But one thing I can see with this is it's not a ripper for the most part. It does grind its way there. So I would probably be looking at an imbalance target of like 200 first.
Real quick, I'm sorry to interrupt. Was the toast? I'm sorry, I just was reading the chat. Was the toast calls for this week or next week expiration?
They are for this week, yes, for me. But this is not this is not a signal. It's just what I'm doing. And it can be taken with next week's. It's not an issue. But I see it closing up against the wall, empty space. So I'm going to take my shot on this week's contracts. If not, then I can always roll over into next week's if I still think it looks good. But
And what did you get? You got the real cheap ones at 41?
I got 40/50s, which I'm already up 67% on. Yeah, trip. Man, this one is you have another target right here. You got to go break 1830. And then I mean,
SPX all-time highs here.
is it punching back finally?
Gapped up on a 5-minute.
That's a lot of empty space to ask for on trip.
Huge
But-
ripping too.
2114. Yeah, not impressive. That don't impress me much. Yeah, I told everybody my stop loss on Apple. I said this is where it's going to keep going down, and it did. And I got out. So I hope you guys did the same. If you
Yes,
didn't,
sir.
you got that's a lesson right there.
Go drug.
For real. That's a major target right here. This is representative of a floor. I don't know if it's on the weekly. Yeah, this is a weekly floor. And you just tapped it. The next target is just above you at 2180, which is just this box. But this is an interesting spot on the chart, as you can see. So punch that, and then you have a target of $23 immediately. I don't
take Roku.
know.
Wow, PLTR ripping here as well. You're in
Yeah, my
equity, right?
God.
Yeah, it's doing real good.
I got 6110 SPXs for 15 cents. I just sold it for 260.
Jesus.
Damn, insane.
Good shit, bro. I ain't pay attention to XPS either.
I said SPY was gonna pop.
He said it.
I said it. It wasn't a signal though.
Yeah, that's where you're missing out, man. What's up?
I'm trying to get my Discord started. Hang on.
Oh Lord. Somebody else said that. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, look
I
at
may
that.
not hear anymore.
Let me find out you're stealing signals. I mean, yeah, look at that. So if you took a swing, even when we were talking about it first. Yep. Trump pump.
Hey guys, Apple's bouncing here. What do you say? Swing some calls?
Oh my God. You know, after you smoke out of the apple, you throw it away.
Hey Gary, did you see the jump on Toast?
No, I'm not paying attention to Toast.
It's up like 130%.
Oh, whoops. Oh. Buy more, you say? I think I will. Yeah, how'd that happen? Holy shit. Yeah, I'm 100% up.
I don't know if this is true or not, but
Not true.
oh, okay. It says Donald Trump signs an order banning the U.S. from creating central bank digital currencies. That's probably not true, right?
I have. Don't ask me, brother. I have no idea.
The U.S. is going to start buying reserves of crypto for innovative purposes.
Ooh. Ooh, look at Meta going up already.
Who said that?
Meta.
Canada, Josh, who was this crypto guy, just went off on it.
Interesting. Thank you. Appreciate the info.
Meta looks like it wants to try to price its earnings in. Anything else? Anything else?
You playing any other earnings, Garrett? Instruments, Verizon, and Knee.
Oh my god, that face is so dumb. Yo, I'll give you a free month if you make your profile picture on TikTok that screenshot of his face, and just go troll him. Show me proof that you've been banned. I'll give you a month. first 5 people.
Everybody, let's go. What picture?
That one. That Ivy posted the last one. You've been banned, Ivy? No shot. That dude, that's my motherfucking assistant right there, dog. I'm proud of you. That'll be reflected in your next paycheck. Make sure to put that in the list of things that you did this week. Got banned by Rusty Rod.
Damn, XPX is still flying.
Mm-hmm.
Got a lot of empty space or gap fills to the downside too, though. So we'll see what happens next week.
Oh,
That's a hell of a squeeze.
I mean, yeah. Talk about that's a punchback. Beautiful punchback. So there's nothing to fucking stop you now, except for yourself and Trump.
Love to see toast close over 40.
That's nice. Yep. Oh yeah.
I would love to see it. I hope it does.
On the 24, yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah. Nice. Talk about 100 swing trade immediately. Damn. Hopefully we didn't pump those contracts.
Yeah, because I took the 610 for
Wait,
tomorrow.
my CSX contracts just went up 1,500%.
CSX.
Market sell that shit.
Bro, yeah, I'm gonna try to.
You can't. The market's closed.
Oh, it is. Oh, it's 1 o'clock now. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. Sometimes they do that. The spreads don't.
I was just gonna say the spread, dude. Don't.
I have 3 plays right now that do that every
Okay.
night. They go up like 50% after the bell, and then they go back down. Somebody's trying to play with the spreads.
Hey, Poppy, I'm gonna give you a digital kiss.
A digital kiss.
Your spy opens up at 6:12 tomorrow. At the open.
Juan, I hope you're right.
I got the 610, so I'm good.
Dad, what's those 610s at right now?
My 610's at $1.03.
Nuts.
Yeah, I paid 27 cents for him. So I only have 4 runners left though.
Rusty said Potter will put you in a box. A box full of fucking money.
But he blocked me for saying that. He said he lost a bunch of money on TikTok. I said the Potter box will take you further.
Oh hell yeah, dude. Nice. Good job getting banned.
Stan, you in here?
Yeah.
What time did you, like, I'm going back and looking at the charts, like, around what time did you get an XPX today?
I literally grabbed it like 15 minutes before close.
Alright, so you waited for that red candle to close off, like, that cost basis, and then...
Yeah, and it was 15 cents as speculative, but I was looking at the way it pulled that other candle like, what, 30 minutes ago, 45 minutes ago? It just ate up like where it was a downtrend, and I was like, you know, I'll take it. It's like 15 cents, whatever.
Yeah. What strike did you get?
61.10.
Okay. So yeah,
Hey, yo, Chef.
Yeah.
You know what? Rusty just said Potter is the true king. He's like battling you to trade life.
Dude, tell him.
Just now.
Okay, and listen, tell him that he said that to me the other day, and then he blocked me. He said, "I'll challenge you, dude, right now, $1,000 a piece, 2 weeks.
King of the North.
Do it."
He don't want the smoke with Chef? He don't want no smoke, bro.
The kitchen's hot, dude.
He spit that hot fire.
I don't know if it'd be worse is the trolling or the winning or losing.
He's got to call him. He's got to call him a scammer. He triggers him.
No, I meant competing against you. I don't know if it'd be worse losing or getting trolled by you.
Oh, he'd have to endure both because I'm not gonna.
This would be both would be very painful.
Yeah, it's so funny though. He's like me and you. He's like, let's set it up, and I said, all right, time and place, blocked.
1v1 me, bro.
Yeah, right.
Potter has not tried to trade against
That'd
me.
actually
All
be
Potter wants
entertaining
to do is
to
run
watch.
his mouth.
Look at his face. That's fucking hilarious.
Loser takes a Sparta kick.
Yeah, right. Can have my Discord. Let's see here. Actually, it's really funny because that TJR kid is having a trade-off, and the guy that he like lets mentor him is like they're like, this guy's the truth. He had they all had $1,000, and all he had to do was make $190 to beat the other guy, and he blew his account to 84. I was like, no way.
It's like Zuckerberg's half brother.
Hey Potter.
Yeah.
I just got blocked off that dude's lab too.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Look at my comp.
He said, look at Potter's little crew coming over here, and then he blocked me.
Level up with Moana P link. What the fuck?
Oh my god.
What? Oh my god.
Yeah, he's gonna block all of us, bro.
Yeah, but dude, you can see it on his face. It's bothering him a lot. I'm a little shit. I'm a little shit, but people like him deserve it. They need that fire under their ass.
Who are you
Oh, fuck,
messing with right now?
Berna just closed above its level. Nice. I don't know if you guys are watching that, but that could be a good play next week.
Oh wow.
What's causing that? This little spike end of day. Everything's popping up.
It's probably the tension from today getting cleared.
DXN dropping on earnings.
Yeah, just DM Ivy with proof you got banned. Yeah, he said he's down, but he blocked me. You got to tell him that. Potter said he would, but you blocked him. Like 2 times. Alright, spy.
Hey, how do you show that you got banned?
When you go to click on his live. You got to screenshot it right when right when it happens.
It's gonna say you have been blocked. By
Yeah.
I was more tech savvy and make account Potter owns you and try to join us live.
All right. All right, guys. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. I think we wake up and we know whether or not Toast is, hopefully we gap up or rip up really quickly. But another swing trade that literally just closed at 109%, which is phenomenal.
Moving up.
Who is Spy?
Yeah, it's 609.34 now.
Yeah, Toast closed really good. I want that, dude. That's gonna be a fire play if this hits. I'm telling y'all, we'll be yeah, we'll be deep in the money here.
United Healthcare gets a new
Uh-oh.
Really?
This one's metal or made of metal. Sorry. Yeah, that's hilarious. Oh my god. All right. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the AM. If you guys have any questions or anything, shoot me a DM, but I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
See you tomorrow. Thanks.
See you.
All right. If you guys are on TikTok, again, the 35% off coupon expires today or tomorrow. So if you are looking to sign up, that is not going to be around forever. And that is about the highest discount that we offer. So, all right. Y'all have a wonderful evening. I will see you guys later. Thank you.